Hello, my fellow spicy nacho Doritos. That is how it looks outside of my house with the sky and the brightness outside. So, I just want to explain why my dream had. Hello, my fellow spicy nacho Doritos. Just want to explain why my dream had Roblox in it, and Roblox guests, or maybe at least a Roblox guest, and why there's actual real life remote control car in it, or cars. One, I think it was like at least one or two. So it's because I loved remote control vehicles throughout my life, and it's just a fun hobby to do when you're bored, or if you actually want to have something fun to do, which this is my perspective. So be this would be applying to me. And also, I had played Roblox for a long time, and the image I have for this video is just for the title, for the thumbnail of this video. It's an image of one of the games I made in Roblox that you could still visit right now. If you just click on my profile and go to the game that should be pronounced Toyota Speedway 2. So, I played Roblox for a long time, and I played when at the Apple Store before I got my first iMac, which is my first ever computer, and I I played as a guest in the Apple Store, playing games where I blow up. And I remember one of the games being Destroy Thomas and Friends, and then there was probably Destroy Famous Landmarks. I think that was one another. I think that was like the game I remembered. I probably most likely played at the Apple Store. Well, I think I was doing Apple training for being a first time iMac user, and too bad Roblox isn't really investing in all the old types of fun anymore for the developers, and apparently it's harder to actually have the same old experience from a simple game but yet fun design. But now it's more complex, and now in more complex ways you have to play, because it's more of a detailed into like game way ways to play the game. Was so I've first played Roblox in the year of 2013, and I'm going. By the way, before I just get back to before I talk about my dream that I had last night, or last when I slept, when I was asleep, the dream I had while I was asleep. I just want to tell everyone watching this video, if you haven't saw my other video of like me, like I'd say like different RC plane products I reviewed, and that just shows I love remote control airplanes, and that like motive mindset of mine of how I think it's fun. So if you don't believe me, just check out that. Maybe you will believe me after that. Okay, so I'm gonna say what my dream is right now that I had while I was asleep before I got up today this morning. This morning, before I got up today this morning. Sorry, I want to make sure I pronounce myself right because I don't think I was actually going clearly throughout the way I said that fast. I think I just how it happens to some people where they accidentally like go a little too fast and then they forgot to make it sound more like with more effort to make it more noticeable that what the person was trying to say. It happens to I think everyone most likely or probably everyone. So here's my dream that I had while I was asleep before I got up this morning. So I was at a theater. I was at a theater in real life, and there was I think I got in a seat, and there it was like I think it might have been like an NBA stadium, but it was instead of just NBA, like like the basketball arena stadium. So instead of NBA, it was just there was just teaching you how to make like just the two parts of tapioca. The well, I think it's tapioca balls wherever the balls are in tapioca pudding, and then just the pudding itself, and just telling you how to put those two ingredients together. But then what happened instead of getting tapioca pudding was there was a tapioca ice cream or some sort, and I eventually just went out and I was and mostly everyone was there and I think I then got a RC vehicle, but I had just pausing. I had a remote control grave digger monster truck before, so just take that as a note before I continue saying my dream. So I think I had got a rather I'm continuing my dream right now. So I think I had got a remote control gravedigger monster truck out, or maybe I had like I don't might have also had a actual Corvette or remote control Corvette. By the way, I remember just pausing the dream right now. I remember having a Corvette, a remote control Corvette like that I drove at my dad's like house, like on the because he lives on a hill and it's just not really a it's not a public area to drive and it's a dead end and it's on a hill. But I think I drove around the houses with it with the remote control Corvette that I got before, and I dented it up and yeah, that would be one reason why you would, if you wanted that type of vehicle, you would just want it to have a type of strong protection that doesn't have paint that would fall off. So, get back to my dream that I had last night. So, I think I might have been driving those two vehicles, possibly those are remote control vehicles I had in real life. And I was like driving them, and might have been going through a portal of some sort, or you know, like while I was driving them and walking while they were driving, and then I went through a actual, I think it was went inside of a Roblox game, and it was a hide and seek game. I think some type of weird concept of a hide and seek game, maybe not weird, but it was not really like a average hide and seek game in Roblox. So basically, I had to choose where to move to avoid like the AI computer from finding me, and wherever I go would actually make it depend on if the AI computer could catch me or not. And eventually, a Roblox guest came in, but I think I might have looked in out there, and I think I might have saw like a lot of like my users or something like floating with fiery flames coming from it or something like that idea of that I think there was a exploit from someone else and it wasn't me, and I don't think it would have been great if I got framed for that, and I just decided I didn't want to be there anymore. But the guest, like, when the next guest had came, it was like, so there used to be guests in Roblox. There's no guests anymore, but you used to just play in the game without a actual account in Roblox, and that would be called a guest player or account, where it's not a real account. You just a way to be able to play a Roblox game without a actual account. But you aren't really able to chat like a regular player when you're a guest in Roblox. You're you have like selections where you can select the chat. You can chat. You can like select hello or hello, or there's even a kind of like a funny. It's like a funny chat, but like you can just chat bubbles to chat. But there's a funny chat bubble. Well, I just couldn't get a chat bubble because that's what it looked like when you actually sent a message back then. In the time I'm thinking of for this pronunciation, but there might have. I'm not saying that it was as old or as new as it got maximum for the amount of evolution in Roblox. I'm not sure what everything looked like exactly, but the rope was to let all you know. I'm just going to go off topic and just explain the image for this video, the thumbnail for this video. So basically, the thumbnail image for this video, it was like I had the game, I had researched really hard while I was trying to make the game finish in the way I wanted it to look, like old school, to represent the old, like original time. Actually made the original Toyota Speedway 2 game, but also just to let all of you know, I think it's called Toyota Speedway 2 Revamped now. I mean, for the newer one I made, not Toyota Speedway 2. So that's what the thumbnail of this image for this video was of. So just so no one has any confusion, so if you were to click on my Roblox profile and go to the link in this video and just scroll for that actual game I made in my actual profile list of games I've active, you'll probably understand what I mean. So anyways, back to the dream. So the guest was like, the guest had came in there, the guest player, and then the guest player eventually came out. So then that was when I started going out. I was driving my remote control cars. I think it was cars. I think it was two cars, maybe one. I'm not sure if it was one car. I'm not sure like why I had two cars in my mind. I'm not, and how exactly was played out in the role of my dream I had. I remembered from sleeping last like night or morning or depending on how long I slept, or if it was both night and morning, or no, night, morning, and afternoon is confusing. Like, just why can't there be one like name for AM and one name for PM? It's hard to tell when someone tells you afternoon, nighttime, or morning. It's hard to tell if they literally mean AM or PM because that just doesn't tell you if it's AM or PM. So, so I basically, so in my dream, I basically like was driving those two remote control vehicles, and I drove through the portal. But now that I think of it, I think I'm in an area where there's a portal from the actual area I came from at the stadium, and then I went to some ground, and I can choose option of portals, and I think I chose the portal to where I was talking about now that I was at in the dream, and then to at that point, after the guests left, I actually came through the portals, driving my remote control cars, and I was actually driving them, and I was walking while they were driving. I think I was driving two at the same time in the whole dream, probably. And I eventually came to the actual other area that I came from the stadium through. I think I went through a portal from the stadium to that area, which I chose a portal to get to the hide and seek concept, or different or unique hide and seek concept game. I should say, and I came to the actual like the ground area that where I could choose the portals, which like if I were to I could have took there's a portal option to go back to the stadium, but I was there, but then I think my remote control vehicles, one of them or both of them, ran out. But I said I needed to charge them when someone, I think I was told about something, and I was like had to come back or something, like as if I was going to get punished or something, or if it was going against something like a grade, or if I was, or if I had some type of enforcement or some maybe like someone raising me or something. I wasn't sure who like was talking to me at that part of the dream, but I, but it's like you actually do something and you forget, then you ask, tell someone you're going to try to do it again, but then you forget, and it's like the last time, but then you forget that same time, like that type of thing. And basically, I just, since I think I kept forgetting a lot, I decided to just, so well, I did say the charge terms. I'm not sure because like the Gravedigger monster truck just had actual. At the time I had it, I had batteries for it that weren't rechargeable. The AA batteries, I think it ran on AA batteries. I think it was four for the actual vehicle, but I'm not sure if those, if anything was referring to any remote, or yeah, I was not sure if it referred to any remotes in the dream for their batteries, but I think it probably might have been for the remote control vehicles. I don't think it probably wasn't for the Gravedigger monster truck. Maybe it was, but I know the other vehicle had a rechargeable battery that it came with. So I don't have to buy a rechargeable battery or just non-rechargeable battery. So basically, I just then I think I might have took both remote control vehicles in my hand, or just maybe drove the actual Gravedigger monster truck while I took the other one in my hand. I might have done either of those two options, and I went through the the because the portal I took to go to that actual weird hide and seek concept game was like the left portal, and the portal that took me to go to the land to take that portal was the back portal, and then there's a right portal. There's a right portal which I never used in that dream, I think, and then there's the front portal which is what I used to go to take those vehicles and recharge when I was going to recharge. I think it was the actual Corvette vehicle because of what I explained earlier, because it had a rechargeable battery, and like I stock with it for the car. Not sure about the. I think the controller ran on a non-reach. I mean, ran on AA batteries, either rechargeable or non-rechargeable. But I don't think I had rechargeable AA batteries for it. When I used, guess I used non-rechargeable AA batteries for it. I'm talking about real life. But then in a dream, I actually wait. When I was sorry, when I'm going to explain. So when I was talking about the vehicles, describing their what I think their features was, I don't think I was like saying anything about the dream. I think I was just talking about them in real life. So just pretend as if that was their real life features, because I'm not sure if I forgot to say that that was their real life features when I had them and how I used them. So then when I went through the portal, getting away from whoever was probably in charge of me of some way, or bossing me around with just words and sentences, or just trying to be whatever that was, because I forgot the last time or opportunity or whatever that should be called. I went through and then I eventually charged that. I think it was the Corvette or whatever it was. I think it was the Corvette stock battery that was charging. Or whatever it was that I chose to charge, and that was, I think that was the end of the dream I had last night. By my fellow spicy nacho Doritos. I hope all of you enjoyed I hope all of you enjoyed this video, and not this video with spicy nacho bold worthy con. Oh, sorry, my alarm went off to get ready for school. My alarm went off to get ready for school. Sorry about that. So I hope all of you and all of you, my fellow spicy nacho Doritos, enjoyed this video. Not this video is spicy nacho bold worthy content. I will try to make either like upload or live stream method of making a hopefully another spicy nacho bold worthy content video by YouTube by my fellow spicy nacho Doritos.